Hello, my name is Crystal. I'm a yin and meditation teacher. Today we'll be doing some yin stretches primarily for the shoulders and the neck, which is really conducive, especially if you've been studying or working at the desk. So it's a nice break. We'll be opening up all the back of the neck and the shoulders. So for today's practice, if you have a yoga mat and possibly a yoga block, this will be helpful. With the yin practice, we don't move a lot, so we'll be very sedentary. So if you've got a place where you can relax into that's nice and comfy, wearing warm clothes, even getting a blanket sometimes will help. The practice won't be very, very long. However, just to make sure that you're comfortable, because the more comfortable you are, the more you're able to relax and settle in and have a deeper stretch. Okay, so when you're ready, I'm going to get you to lie or come onto your mat. And the first thing what we'll do is we'll just do a couple of cat and cow movements just to help with the spine, just get some mobility into the spine. So the hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips, and I'm going to get you to empty all the air out from your lungs. And now as you inhale, the first thing it's going to move is the tailbone. So arch the tailbone. You inhale, you look all the way up. You want to even exaggerate that movement a little bit. Now as you exhale, I want you to imagine the waves passing through the spine from the bottom. So tuck the tailbone and you start to exhale, and then the tailbone rounds the lower back, the middle back, the upper back. Look to the ground, lift your belly button, push the ground away from you, squeeze all the air out. Now, as you inhale, the first thing will move is the tailbone. The belly falls, look up in nice full breath. And then one last time, exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath, squeeze the air out, and then come back to a neutral place. So the first move or stretch that we'll be doing will be conducive for the shoulders. It can be a little intense, so I'm going to give you some options. I have a block in front of me. So if you don't have a block, stacked books with a blanket wrapped around it could be an alternative, or a pillow. So I'm going to come down onto my belly. I'm just going to wiggle around a little bit. Release the lower back. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right elbow, slide it underneath, so it's underneath my chin or underneath my chest. My left elbow, I'm going to slide it right in front, so it's stacked. Okay, so if I'll give you a vertical look or a front look. So basically it would be this, and then I stack it like this. Now my hands, my palms are up, and I start to slide my arms away, listening to your shoulders. Okay, you definitely want to listen to your shoulders as you do this. Okay, so, and then slowly start to come down. You let the head hang. Now find that block if you need to for the forehead. So this will help if the neck or the shoulders are really sensitive. If you really have an open, if the upper shoulders are relaxed and you're not feeling too intense at this point, then what you can do is you can take that block away from you and you can let the forehead actually come all the way down to the ground. Okay, so these are options. The palms are up. And with the yin practice, we really want to find the appropriate stretch when we first come in. So if this really feels painful, I want you to take the necessary adjustments to help yourself settle. So if it's taking the arms a little bit further away or bringing the head up, okay? So equivalent it to the mama bear and the papa bear, or Goldilocks, I should say, and she goes, Goldilocks, and goes checks out all these beds, and one bed is too hard and one bed is too soft, and then she finds that one place, that one bed is it's just right. This is kind of what we want to do with our yin poses. Coming into something that's too intense is not relaxing, and something that's too soft, you will not get the benefit. So this is where I get you to really sort of take the time to adjust whatever you need to. And then the second principle with yin is committing to stillness and just sort of settling in, and then just allowing time. So the third principle is time. And so we can hold the poses anywhere from 2 to 3 to sometimes 10 minutes. For today's practice, for all intents purposes, we're going to hold the poses about 2-3 minutes. So what that does, it just allows the nervous system to start to relax, and then things start to open up, and then you get a deeper stretch. So often in the practice, I don't talk too much because I just want to allow you to sort of calm the mind. I'm going to get you to focus simply on your breath for the next few moments. So notice your inhale and your exhale through the nose, how it feels. Notice where the air travels back and forth. And as you're breathing, I want you now to bring your awareness to the rib cages on both sides of the lungs, taking full breaths, and feel the expansion of the ribs sideways, and even feel the rib cage. Imagine it's expanding upwards towards the ceiling. So getting a full expansion here. And with every exhale, you sink, release. So let's take 2 full belly breaths here. So this is our cue. Eventually, we will come out. So as you breathe these last few breaths, just notice how can you soften and let go just a little bit more. Sometimes it's just imagining breathing into those areas that may feel resistance in this pose. And then eventually, gradually, we're going to come out of this as gentle as possible, just to keep the softness that we've maintained. So what you're going to do is slowly start to raise the head off the support, if it's a block or books or pillow. You're going to slide that left elbow back, and then the right one. And we're just going to come into a pose called Sphinx. So just stack the elbows underneath the shoulders, and the palms are down. And you can just look maybe about a foot in front of you. And dropping the shoulders from the ears. And we'll just take 2 belly breaths here. So this is a transition pose before we go into the other side. And then eventually what we'll do is we're going to slide the left elbow underneath, and then the right one. And palms up. And then you want to find that support for your forehead. You want to wiggle the lower back, the belly, just release anything that's holding in the lower back as well. So part of this practice can be challenging, just being still. So in yoga, there's an expression we say, it's called sitting in the fire. So if you find that this is challenging sometimes, it's just being able to sit still in something uncomfortable, something challenging. So if it's simply the pose itself, making sure that you don't feel any sharp pain. If that's the case, you definitely want to come out. But sometimes just the stretch itself can be a challenge to stay still. And then once again, bring your awareness to your rib cage. So as you're inhaling, feel the expansion of the rib cage sideways, out to the sides, like fish gills. And then even the middle back, as you breathe, feeling the middle back rise towards the ceiling. It's really a nice, full, deep breaths here. And you can make the exhales just a little bit longer than the inhales, which helps also relax the nervous system. And just notice where maybe resistance is showing up. Is it in the shoulders? And sometimes we have resistance like shows up in our mouth and our jaw. So just allow the jaw to be soft. Sometimes we clench our glutes, our lower back. So just notice if there's any holding on in the body. And we'll stay here for 2 more full breaths, inhales and exhales. And then with that exhale, think about softening just a little bit more, releasing, letting go. And then slowly, once again, we want to be really gradual as we come out of this. So slowly raise the head, slide one arm at a time, coming back. And now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to place the hands underneath the shoulders, take a full complete inhale, and then push through into your child's pose. So you can make the knees nice and wide if you want to, bring the toes together, and let your bottom fall towards your heels. Or if you have knee sensitivity, bringing the knees together is also an option. Okay. And if you find that in your child's pose, when you drop your bottom, that there's a lot of space between the back of the legs and your heels, placing a pillow can be conducive as well. Okay. So these are just a couple of options. So when you're ready, we're going to thread what I call thread the needle in our child's pose. So we're opening up the shoulders again. So you're going to take the right elbow and you're going to slide it underneath and rest it against the left kneecap. Find the place for the forehead or the head to land. So if you're in this position, you find that your bottom really comes up, maybe taking a block for your head to support, okay, or pillow. And then the top left arm, I'm going to get you to wrap it around, rest the top of the hand against the lower back. And then when you're here, I want you to think about sliding that hand a little bit closer towards the tailbone. So you're sliding that left shoulder away from the ear. And then if it feels comfortable to relax and close your eyes, I invite you to do that. Taking a couple of nice deep belly breaths. Think about the inhales there to help bring space and stretch, and then the exhale. Once again, you want to think about sinking and softening. Just allowing this time of non-doing. That's what the end's about, is about just allowing versus trying. So we're just allowing time to pass. We're allowing the weight of the body to work with gravity to facilitate the stretch. It's a very passive practice. So let's take 2 full belly breaths here. And then slowly, once again, we want to maintain the softness in the body. So we're going to gradually come out of this. Slide that left hand back, place it on the floor, and then press the hand, raise the body away from the ground. And just walk the hands towards the thigh and just sit on your heels for a couple moments here. And allow the ears or the shoulders to drop from the ears. And just notice the difference in sensations from one shoulder to the other side. And then when you're ready, at your own time, walk forward with the hands, slide the left elbow, resting it against the right knee, and then find a place for your forehead to land. So it could be the side or it could be the full forehead. And take that right arm, bring it behind. The palm, the outside of the palm or the back of the hand is resting against the back. And then slide that hand a little bit further away towards the tailbone and then just let it rest. So you're sliding the right shoulder away from the right ear. And just taking a moment to create some body awareness here. Just notice where the sensations come up for you. We're not looking to do anything. We're just creating that awareness. Once again, notice if there's any holding. The face is relaxed. The face is expressionless. And just feel the body relaxing and giving in as time slips by. Allowing for a deeper stretch. Allowing for the nervous system to relax. And I invite you to take 2 full belly breaths here. So just allowing just to let go a little bit more, softening into those places that may be calling your awareness, your attention. So relaxing into them as much as you can. By simply just letting go, sinking. And then once again, moving really slowly and mindfully, slide that right hand back. The right hand touches the ground, press the ground away from you. Bring your chest away from the ground, walk the hands, rest them on your thighs. Take a couple moments here just to settle in and close your eyes if you want to. So thank you for practicing, and I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.